Hello witches, welcome to this quick live pop-up broadcast about how Hecate is going to give you a home. Hecate is going to give you a home because witches deserve all of it for the simple fact that they exist. Can you imagine a world with no witches? Can you produce a thought of there being no witches? The world cannot exist, cannot go on with no witches. The world needs witches. Right now, the world needs more witches because it is witches that is holding back evil. But witches do need a home to work. Neighborhoods are not bad. People are bad, but not neighborhoods. The ghetto, the projects, the hood is not bad. It's the people that's bad. And Hecate, before this year comes to a finish, will give you a new address. Hecate will give you a new address. First and foremost, I am High Priestess Orson Phoenix, High Priestess of the Coven of the Phoenix, located here in New York. Go ahead and share this broadcast with any witch who is seriously interested in having a home of their own in a safe neighborhood where they can withhold evil. Because like I just said, it is witches that is withholding evil from going out into the world. Of course, what would the world be like with no witches? Can you imagine that? I can't imagine that. I cannot imagine a world with no witches. So go ahead and share this broadcast. Tell a witch or two or three that there is a high priestess here in New York. Once again, my name is High Priestess Orson Phoenix, who is anointed and appointed by the Queen of Witches, Hecate, to be a voice for witches who have ears to hear and hands to receive Hecate's best. Hecate, before 2024 is finished, will change your address. Hecate will give you a home. Hecate will give you a home. Based on, very carefully, listen very carefully, based on your real world action. A lot of witches do spells and rituals for a home or for property or for a great apartment. And that's it. They just did the spell. They did not do any real world action. That's how your spells work. Your spells work by you doing real world action. It's not enough to do a spell and hope for the best. Witches do not need hope. What are we going to do with hope? Nothing. You can't do anything with hope. Just do what you know you need to do. You have to come out of speaking against yourself, saying, I can't afford it. I can't do it. People will laugh at me. I will fail. You have to get out of that negative mindset. You come out of that negative mindset by going to the Queen of Witches, Hecate, to being her devotee. Hecate really is the solution for every problem in your life if you are her devotee. Now, if you are a devotee of a different god or goddess, that's fine. Let me tell you something. Hecate is not a jealous goddess. She is not like Jesus that says, oh, you must not have any gods before me. She is not a jealous 16-year-old girl, okay? You can worship other gods, and guess what, which is Hecate will not hold it against you. She's not jealous or petty, okay? Let me just say that. Because some witches feel like if they don't worship Hecate, they will have some type of doom and gloom put on them. No, it's fine to worship and be devotees of different gods and goddesses. It is always your choice. So I suggest strongly that many witches watching this or watching the replay start to pack, because your address is going to change. Hecate does not want witches, especially witches, only witches, in a neighborhood where they will probably get robbed by the bad people there. People, not all people, but most people are bad. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to make you afraid of the world. But let's be honest, most people are bad. It's not the neighborhood that's bad. It's the people. The neighborhood is not a living, breathing entity. The neighborhood is not made up of flesh and bone. It's a neighborhood. It's the people that live there that are bad. So don't knock the ghetto. Don't knock the projects. Don't knock the hood. It's the people that's bad. Remove yourself from the people. Hecate is going to remove you from these people with a brand new address in a neighborhood where your children will safely be able to go out and play. You don't have to worry about them. You don't have to worry about a predator, a pervert, or a pedophile preying on your children, because your address has changed because of Hecate. So you are also under her protection. So no pervert, no predator, no rapist, no pedophile will touch your children, because your children are also under the protection of Hecate in that brand new community, in that brand new neighborhood. It's not the neighborhood that's bad. I really have to stress that. It's the people that's bad. Most people. Hecate is going to change your address for every witch who can receive it. What does that mean, receive it? That means go for it. I have to stop saying that word. Not receive it. Go for it. For every witch that will go for it will have a new address before 2024 comes to a close. Hecate will speak to you in a language that you can understand. She will direct your steps. She will direct you to the right house, the right apartment, the right cabin, the right neighborhood, the right realtor. And you will have the house exactly as you want. So you envision a house, or you include in your spell exactly the type of house that you want. Hecate will give you that house if you, of course, are doing real world action. Nothing changes. I'm so famous for saying this. I claim it because I'm the only one who's saying it. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You have to do something. Throw away hope. Just do it already. For every wish that goes for it, not receive it. I don't care about receiving anything. I just do it. For every wish that goes for it will have it. But if you don't go for it, it's not going to materialize. That spell, that ritual for that new house in that new neighborhood, it's not going to materialize because you did not go for it. As a witch, you have to work 10 times harder than the average person, because people might look down on you because you are a witch, which is bullshit. I mean, that's discrimination, but it happens though. You know, you have to expect that to happen when you are a witch. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. I think it's stupid. It is stupid. Hecate will give you a home. Also, when I say home, that also includes the furniture. That also includes the appliances. That also includes the bed, the carpet, the curtains, the blinds. She will provide everything in the house also. She's not going to give you a house and here's the house, nothing in it. She's going to fill that house up with the things that you want. Not the things that you would like or would be nice or would be cute, but things you actually want. Before 2024 comes to a close, Hecate is going to change your address. She is going to give you a new home for every witch that goes for it. Why? Because witches deserve all of it. Witches deserve the best. Witches deserve happiness, love, protection, and peace, and prosperity, and tranquility. Witches deserve all of it. And witches will deserve all of it if they go for it. If you follow the voice of Hecate or your chosen god or goddess or ancestor or familiar or spirit animal, you will have it all. There is no reason why a witch can't have it all. When you become a witch, you can conjure every dream if you go for it. When you are a witch, you have real significant and permanently positive change through witchcraft. And that also means a place to live in a nice neighborhood. In a neighborhood, not a nice neighborhood in terms of the people, but a nice neighborhood where you're happy to go outside. You're not on edge when you go outside. You don't have to worry about the crackhead on the corner trying to holler at you. You don't have to worry about the crackhead on the corner trying to rob you. You don't have to worry about the creep hiding behind a garbage can waiting to come out and rob you or rape you or kidnap you. That type of neighborhood will be your neighborhood. Hecate will give you a home before 2024. So start packing. It may not even be here in the United States where I'm at. It may be in Europe. It may be in Asia. It may be in Africa. It may not even be the United States. But she will change your address though, if you go for it. If you listen to her words, especially if you are her devotee, you will have it. You will have it. Don't deviate from what Hecate tells you to say, to do, or where to be at. Just be obedient. Be obedient to your chosen god or goddess or ancestor or familiar or spirit animal. Stay in the flow. You stay in the flow by constantly listening and acting on what Hecate says, or your own chosen god or goddess says. Hecate will give you a home in 2024. So that's a big announcement I needed to make here live. Only on Instagram. I might post it on YouTube or Facebook about this announcement of Hecate giving you a home in 2024. This was not a long message, but it was a message that needed to be broadcast live because it was in the moment. That's why I broadcast this live, because it was in the moment. So yeah, get excited when I come on live here, because it's in the moment. It's an on-time message from Hecate to the witches who have ears to hear and hands to receive Hecate's best. Once again, I am High Priestess Autumn Phoenix here in New York. If you haven't already, you have a couple of seconds before I end the broadcast to share it and tell a witch or two or three that there is a High Priestess here in New York who is anointed and appointed by the Queen of Witches Hecate to be a voice for witches who have ears to hear and hands to receive Hecate's best. So thank you for joining me. I will, of course, leave this up for the replay. Yeah, start packing. Hecate in 2024 is going to change your address. Get some boxes and start putting things in there and listen to what she tells you to do. She's going to change the neighborhood, or maybe even change the country you live in 2024. So thank you, witches, and I'll speak to you witches soon. Bye, everyone.